Aloha, my loves. Helena Das here, and pardon my creative photography here, but I was trying to find a way to hold the phone so I could be hands-free and be in the shade, out of the heat, and just allow myself a little creative self-expression. So I am here today, the day before our next lovely lunation, the new moon in Libra. And, it is a really beautiful energy, bringing in balance and harmony, because it's involving Venus, who is the ruler of Libra as well as Taurus. It's bringing in, really, for me, activating and invoking my inner Empress, reminding me to really, settle into my sacred seat, as I like to say, and reclaim my emotional agility and stability, and that throne of personal power where I know that I get to take the reins back and co-create my life, living, and reality. And so this energy is so beautiful. And then on top of that, we have a really, and I'm not going to go into all the details of the alignments because, to be honest with you, I don't remember them exactly, but there's a really beautiful energy going on with Jupiter and Venus. And Jupiter, of course, is our other high vibe benefic planet, bringing in, joy and expansion and good fortune. And so with Venus and Jupiter in the, party, we've got some really high vibe, beautiful, joyful, abundant energies that are flowing in for us this weekend if we choose to, embrace them and become aware of them. Now, the other piece to this weekend that I'm really feeling called to bring out that speaks to me personally, and if you are a sensitive, empathic, intuitive, creative soul like myself and many of those in my community, and I'm sorry, it is really still bloody hot here in Florida, so I am just sweating even though I'm in the shade. But Chiron. I want to talk about Chiron. So what I was starting to say was, if you are a sensitive, intuitive soul, and you if you are a sensitive, intuitive soul and you are empathic, then chances are, it's hard not to be kind of picking up what's going on, not only with those around you, in your environment, but also on the collective, depending on, how sensitive you are, and depending on how well you are managing your energy, which, obviously brings me back to the Empress, who is the, Queen of Queens, and knows really how to do her energy management, which is another body of work that I teach in my upgraded, Venus code work. But that's a side note. Anyway, a message that I'm really being guided to bring forward this weekend is Chiron is actually opposite. On Sunday, we have got the messenger talking in the background, the sacred hawk messenger. Chiron is opposite the new moon. And again, Chiron is this wounded healer archetype. It is the celestial body that was discovered in 77, associated with holistic healing and body-mind, medicine, and integrative body-mind-spirit holistic therapies. That's when they all started emerging, and that's when Chiron was, no coincidence, discovered. And so depicted by the centaur, the half human, half horse, Chiron reminds us to really bring together the union, the sacred union and embodiment of our divinity. So our humanity and our divinity, our, human nature and our divine nature. And again, to remember that, everything really is connected. We cannot separate our physical symptoms from our emotional and our mental and our spiritual. There are so many layers, and the longer I've been on the journey, it is truly amazing when we expand our awareness just how interconnected everything really is. Chicken or the egg sometimes, but anyway, that's a whole other story. So, the focus of my message today is to, bring some awareness to you around what's going on with this opposition between the new moon and Chiron, which means if you are sensitive, there are going to be both on an individual level, depending on your, Chiron codes, which is another body of work that I teach and work with my clients and myself that came through me and to me. But depending on your specific Chiron codes, as well as what's going on in the collective, and Chiron right now is in Aries, which is that spiritual warrior energy. We're being asked to, really reclaim our personal power in a nutshell. And so if stuff is coming up for you this weekend, just to give you an awareness that this is partially why the stars, are really aligning to support the healing work that needs to be done in this arena. And so, to reminders to just be gentle with yourself. Whoops, sorry, I slipped off the root there. Be gentle with yourself, take some time for self-care, get the support you need if things are coming up and you need some support. And on that note, if you haven't seen my recent video about my Body Brilliance breakthrough sessions, there are limited space. There are a few still available, and if you're interested in one of those, I have a special free offer right now to do a little bit of one-on-one work with me, where I will support you in accessing what I like to call your body's brilliance, and get greater clarity from there around your your vision, your purpose, and your blocks and obstacles, and really help you to figure out some next steps forward for you. So just wanted to mention that this is the perfect time to be doing this work at the end of this month, moving into October. And, I hope that you find this helpful. I love you, and namaste.